Did your parents read to you a lot when you were a little kid?
Oh yeah, my parents always read to me at night before I went to bed, and they'd read me my favorite stories over and over because I would ask them to read me my favorite stories over and over. Um, the one I remember as being my absolute favorite was called Elmer the Elephant, and it was about an elephant that was struggling with his individuality but learned how to not conform to the herd. So I thought that was cool. It was really colorful. Anyway, I memorized the story, and so I tricked myself into thinking that I could read because I memorized that story and stories like it, because I could follow along with the words that my parents were reading to me. But actually, that's not reading, that's just memorizing a really good story.
So you said that you memorized the book and you kind of convinced yourself that you could read, but I guess what were some of your early experience with reading? Like, did that play a part in as far as like how you viewed reading at all?
I think my early experiences with reading shape the way I think about teaching today. Um, I was a really quiet student, which might not surprise many people in the writing project. I kept to myself and knew how to behave properly according to school rules. So I sat at my desk nicely and actually didn't understand how to read, and didn't understand how to write. I remember really vividly um, thinking that periods went at the end of a line of notebook paper and not understanding the function of periods or punctuation at all. But I was too shy to raise my hand, and I was in a classroom of really rowdy boys who got the teacher's attention all the time because they were misbehaving. And I don't know exactly what to say, except I don't think the teacher noticed for most of the year that I didn't understand punctuation or how to read books. I was really good at memorizing stories, so I could fake it. But I think those memories stay with me, and it makes me want to pay attention to kids with all sorts of backgrounds and all sorts of personalities and all sorts of learning styles in a way that's really personal to me.
So before when we talked, you told me that you had a second grade teacher and a senior teacher that influenced you. Can you elaborate more on that?
My second grade teacher, Miss Karasik, was the best. Um, she took the time to put in a lot of effort into getting to know me, and even though I was quiet and it was hard for me to open up, she paid me a lot of attention, and she helped me learn how to read. She made it feel like reading was part of something bigger. So I completely attribute my understanding of what reading can be to her.